That's pretty perfect.
Pretty.
Hello everybody, Chris Blackwood here. Hope all's well. Today I'm pretty excited because I'll be showing you my ultimate burger. This recipe has been in the works for months. I've tested many cuts of beef for this burger. Here's my blend: chuck, short rib, sirloin cap, flank steak, hanger steak, and oxtail. Chuck is the standard for burgers for good reason. It's an economical cut that strikes a balance between good taste and good texture. I had to include it in my burger. Short rib is richer than chuck, with a slightly more open texture. Sirloin cap has a solidly open texture and an amazing sparkly minerality to it. Flank steak has a solid beef flavor and an exceptionally open texture. Hanger steak has a great steak flavor and a solidly open texture. Oxtail is incredibly unctuous, fatty, and adds a roundness and richness to the patty. All of my beef gets brined overnight in a 1% salt solution. I've tested ground beef brined versus not brined and found the brined beef to be noticeably juicier. An added bonus is that the salt binds the myosin in the meat and keeps it together. Here I'm dicing the brine cuts and placing them in a bowl before grinding. 2 parts chuck to 1 part everything else. Grinding the beef is pretty straightforward. I did test grinding the beef twice versus once and found that it makes a small difference for denser cuts such as brisket, but have decided against doing so for my burger recipe. Here I'm grinding the beef into a kind of column shape. The thinking here is inspired by the great Heston Blumenthal, who noticed that the patties have a more open, fall-apart texture when the meat strands are aligned. For example, it's the difference between biting into beef jerky across the grain versus with the grain. When you bite into it with the grain, you kind of pull it through your teeth and it's tough. If you bite it across the grain, it falls apart and it's tender. I then refrigerate the column to firm up and then slice the patties to order. On to the bun. It's my special potato brioche. The recipe is adapted from Daniel Hum's Nomad restaurant in the Flatiron district of NYC. Such an awesome restaurant, such an awesome chef. I used a special Yukon Gold potato puree that's been heat treated to reduce the gluey effect of the starch. I also reduced the amount of butter in the brioche to 30% by weight, just because I found that high butter brioche tends to detract from the burger. Here are the buns. By the way, I've tested many burger bun recipes. This is my favorite. I love the lightness, the squishiness, the potato flavor, the bready flavor from the overnight rise, all that good stuff. On to the pickle. I made over 30 different variations on my pickle brine and have landed on a slightly acid, garlicky dill pickle with low salt, mustard seed, and mixed peppercorn. You don't want too much mustard seed or the pickle starts to taste like a cigar box. The recipe for the pickle, along with everything else, is in the description below. Finally, the cheese choice. I know it's controversial, but I do what I want. American cheese is the classic pick for burgers, from In-N-Out to Five Guys to Shake Shack to your local backyard grill and chill. Honestly, I love American cheese on burgers. The milky note complements the savory taste of the meat without complicating things. Here we go, team. I chose to use grapeseed oil in a cast iron skillet, well heated, for searing. The oil does 2 things. A, it works as a vehicle for even heat distribution. B, it keeps the beef from sticking to the pan. I drop the fries into the oil for their final fry. These are Heston Blumenthal's world-famous triple-cooked fries. If you want to make true triple-cooked fries, you need a chamber vacuum sealer to suck the moisture from the fries a total of 6 times. It might seem ridiculous, but they're really good. I place the cheese slice on the patty after flipping it. I toast the potato brioche on the edges of my French top burner, which is pretty hot. I cook the burger to something like medium rare. I used fresh beef ground by yours truly, so I feel comfortable eating this patty medium rare. This ain't the local dive bar. Do cook it more if you're feeding kids or the elderly. And there it is, dude. My ultimate burger. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I hope that you'll consider subscribing to my channel for more videos like this. Comment below what you think. Watch my live streams on Twitch and here on YouTube. We have a lot of fun. Also, I do have an Instagram and a Twitter, so check those out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Yours truly, Chris.
Wow,
What an exquisite meal. Twitch.tv/Chris Blackwood cooked up a feast. He looking like a snack.